Good morning, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very significant occasion according to the Buddhism, because Siddhartha Gautama the Buddha was born 623 BC at the Lumbini Garden between Kapilavastu and Devaraha, nowadays in the Nepal side. The birthplace of the Lord Buddha, Lumbini Garden, it is holiest place in the world, according to the Buddhism. He renounced royal household life, renounced the palace at the age of 29. He entered into the forest, approaching the so many ancient Indian ascetics to search for truth and liberation. But you know, ancient Indian ascetics were mostly extremists. You will see in the very beginning of the first discourse delivered by the Buddha himself. In this discourse, Buddha opened his first sermon. Oh, brethren, as a seeker after peace and liberation, you shall avoid the two extremes. You shall avoid the two extremes. In the very beginning of his first discourse. Therefore, I like to say, ancient India, very wonderful. Ancient India was very, very wonderful. So many ascetics searching for truth and peace and liberation according to their different ascetics way. I want to tell you one example. Some of ascetics believe the life is only very short period between birth and death. This is a lie. There was a nothing before birth. There will be nothing after death. Very short. From cradle to coffin between. This very short time. This is the life. Whatever you do, morality, moral principle, concentration practice, charity, any social work, any insight meditation, whatever you do, good or bad, these, all of you are. Deed, good or bad. Speech, good or bad. Thought, good or bad. These will be ended at the death. After death, no more affected. According to the Buddha's teaching, it is called nihilism. If you want to study more and more detail, Brahmajala discourse and Samanyapala discourse taught by the Buddha himself. So what I mean here, most of ancient ascetics were extremists. They limited their life between birth and death. There was nothing before the birth. There will be nothing after the death. in a very short period of the lifespan, we can enjoy anything. We can do whatever we like, we want. Good or bad, nothing. So many extremists. Therefore, Trisara Gautama, searching for truth and liberation in the Uruvela forest for 6 long years, approaching the so many ancient Indian ascetics. Some ascetics search for peace, happiness, and liberation by self-mortification, torture their physical body. This is one technique, one extreme. Some believer, some practitioner, nothing practice. Within a short period of time, between the coffin and cradle, we can enjoy any sensual pleasure. This is a nirvana. This one also, one kind of extreme. So Buddha renounced, gave up all of these extreme ascetic teacher. He went on his own way, his individual way. He discovered a new path by his own effort and by his own wisdom. He discovered a new path. This is called, in Pali language, Majjhima Patipata. Majjhima Patipata means a middle way, middle path. In this middle path, 8 factors are included. Number 1, Sammaditthi, right understanding, right view, right vision, correct vision, different type of interpretation. As a seeker after the peace and liberation, he must, she must understand rightly, correctly. He must choose right way. Buddhism is realistic teaching, never extremist. Buddha said in this discourse, Dweme Bhikkhve Anta Babajiti Nana Sevita, meaning, as a seeker after the peace and truth and liberation, they shall avoid the 2 extremes. I want to tell you one example, very easy to know. Love and hate. I love you. I hate him. The 2 extremes. If you do have beloved person, you will give him favor, many favor. This is one extreme. Fair or unfair. Because of you love, you give the favor. For hatred person, you will do pressure. You will do the pressure because you hate. Sometimes fair person, but because of your hate, you will give pressure. Avoid the 2 extremes. Love also one extreme. Love in pure love. But pure love is a never extreme. Without desire, pure love. So to avoid the 2 extremes, hate and love, we should go through the middle way without attach, with the hatred to hate the person, without attach to the love, with the desire. go through the middle way. We must understand realistic nature. In this discourse, Buddha said, you avoid the do extent, you should go through the middle way. Middle way is a leading to understanding the truth or true nature. I want to tell you one very simple example. What is this inside of this glass? Everyone easy to say, oh, inside of a glass it is a water. You never see the realistic nature. Water is not reality. In the high school, in the laboratory, school students, they are analyzing the chemistry. They're going to say, it is no water. It is a compound thing. Hydrogen and oxygen is a compound. It is a realistic. Reality is hydrogen and oxygen. But everyone in this present day used to say, this is water. Welcome, Your Excellency. So to avoid the do extent, we need to understand rightly what is a reality, what is a realistic nature. It is very important. So Buddha discovered new path, which is a middle way. In this middle way, 8 factors are included. In the very beginning, Samadhi, rightly understanding. We must try to understand rightly ourselves, what I am. What I have within myself, where I am, what I have to do. We should try to understand ourselves. Another example, this is a building we call, convocation hall, our monastery. If we change the little design, when kings and queens live here, we change the name. Oh, what is it? This is royal palace. If we put the here, the government, minister, prime minister, working here, change the name. It is office. If we put the here, many animals, cows, deer, lion, etc., we put here. Change the name. What is it? This is a zoo. It is not reality. Because of a different design, different names, so many different names, Burmese, Chinese, Japanese, American, Englishman, Indian, Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, so many names. These are just a label. If we can penetrate into the deeper level of this physical body, we will see only iron, wood, and brick. 3 things only. This is a reality, realistic nature. It is a truth. American, Burmese, Japanese, Chinese, live only human beings. Mind, mental state, material qualities. 3 kinds of realistic natures come and combine systematically. If we understand this nature, this is called right understanding. It is not religion. is neither religion nor any kind of ism, but it is humanism. Every human being should understand what I am. So, after 6 long years practice in the Uruvela forest, the Siddhartha Gautama Buddha discovered this is a new path, Eightfold Noble Path. This is called middle way. In the very beginning, right understanding leading to the right thinking. If we do have correct vision, our thought also become correct. Correct vision, correct thinking, leading to correct action. Correct vision, clear thinking, leading to the correct speech, right livelihood. Oh, this is called middle way, without approaching any extreme, without hate, without love. This is a middle way, stability of the mind. Siddhartha Gautama Buddha discovered this a new path. Practice through the middle way. In summary, we can summarize this Eightfold Noble Path into 3 groups. Sila, Samadhi and Panya. Sila means a discipline to control bodily action and verbal action. To be good deed, to be good speech, we shall follow Sila, discipline. Second stage in Buddhism, Samadhi, meaning mental discipline. Our mind, your mind look like a monkey. We need to control. If we can control our mind monkey to be concentrated on a single object, concentrated mind, stable mind is very powerful to penetrate truth or true nature. So, if we understand truth or true nature, this is higher wisdom. 3 stages of Buddha's teaching: Sila, primary stage, controlling bodily action, not to do any evil. Verbal action, not to speak any evil. Second stage in Buddha's teaching, to control mental activity, not to think any evil. Highest stage in Buddha's teaching, Panya, understand in detail what I am. This Panya is very powerful to remove any kind of impurity and negativity from our heart. By the power of this right understanding of Panya, our heart becomes pure. So Siddhartha Gautama Buddha, by practice of this middle way, he eradicated all impurity and negativity totally, penetrated the truth and true nature, attained the supreme enlightenment, 588 BC, under the banyan tree on the bank of river Niranjara, near Gaya. Everyone can see in the television 4 holy places of Buddhists I'm showing this morning. Now, this is a birthplace of the Buddha in Lumbini. This is a pillar erected by King Emperor Ashoka. So after his enlightenment, he announced himself, I began Buddha. I attained the supreme enlightenment. After his enlightenment, he spent 7 weeks around Mahabodhi. After spending 7 weeks around Mahabodhi, he traveled to Varanasi, maybe about 200 miles far away from Bodh Gaya. This is Bodh Gaya, enlightenment place. Last 2 weeks ago, bomb blast there. World Heritage Site, not only for the Buddhists, but also for the culture war, whole culture war. So 2 months after his enlightenment, when he arrived at Deer Park near Varanasi, he started to turn the wheel of his truth. He started to turn the wheel of his Dhamma. This Dhamma is called Dhammacakka. On the full moon day of July, today, very significant day, very significant occasion for the Buddhist world, because the Buddha started to deliver his first sermon this very significant day, full moon day of July. Therefore, I am very glad, very delighted, all of you to come and participate in this occasion, in this celebration, especially many diplomats. Welcome to Sriragu for your participation in this great occasion. I do want to express my deepest gratitude for all of you. I want to conclude. This is a very third significant, auspicious day for Buddhist world. First, birthday of the Lord Buddha. Second, enlightenment day of the Lord Buddha, full moon day of May. Birthday and enlightenment day is the same. Third one, significant day of Buddha, Buddhist, July, full moon day. In the Burmese calendar, Wazolabye. This is called Dhamma Ni, Dhamma Day, day of Dhamma. 2 months after enlightenment, Buddha started to turn the wheel of this truth and Deer Park to 5 group all his ascetics, all disciples. In this Dhammacakka Potana discourses, many scholars translate it in many ways. Dhamma means wisdom. Therefore, to found or to establish the kingdom of wisdom, Bhikkhu Nyanamoli, Bhikkhu Narada, they translate it in different ways. Our teacher, Bhikkhu Sitila, translated, this is very significant day on which Siddhartha Gautama Buddha started to turn the wheel of the truth. On this significant day, full moon day of July, Buddha taught his first sermon to 5 group ascetics. In this Dhamma, in this first discourse, 3 main things are included. 1, to avoid the 2 extremes. To avoid the 2 extremes. Buddha's teaching are neither optimism nor pessimism, but realistic teaching. 8 Four Noble Paths are realistic teaching. Second, to follow the middle path. To follow the middle path. I already summarized. 8 factors are included in 3 groups. 1, sila, discipline, principle to control bodily action, verbal action, not to do any evil, not to speak any evil. Second, to control mental activity, not to think any evil. Third one, to purify the mind by the insight meditation. These are very summary Buddha's realistic teaching. To avoid the dualism, to follow the middle path, and then to penetrate the truth. It is not water, no? It is only 2 elements, hydrogen and oxygen. When we can analyze into 2 elements, hydrogen, oxygen, water disappears. But the Buddha analyzed into 4. This is shaken nature of air element. When I touch, cool. This is nature of fire element. Cool or hot. Cool or hot. You will see easily liquidity, this water element. If you put this water, glass of water into the deep freezer, after 2-3 hours later, you will take up, you will see it very hot, change it, this ice, grossness and softness also included. Buddha is a super scientist. He can analyze 4 elements, water element, air element, fire element, earth element. Science analyzes only the 2 elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Oh, wonderful Buddha. Guided a way how to establish the peace of the life, how to establish the liberation of the life. So avoiding the dualism, following the middle path, penetration, the true nature and truth nature within ourselves. After this enlightenment, after this discourse, 5 group ascetics who were listening his 3 teachings, liberated from bondage of impurity, from bondage of defilement, became pure. They were called Ariya. Ariya means a pure man. This discourse, first discourse in Pali language, Dhammacakka. Discourse. Dhammacakka discourse was taught by the Buddha himself on this very full moon day. Therefore, July full moon day is a very significant, wonderful day for all of Buddhists. Today, we, our Sirigu Missionary Association and the Sirigu International Buddhist Academy, organize and celebrate to donate the robe to the monks, to serve the lunch for all of my dear brothers and sisters. This is my donation. This is my charity. This is my sharing. First discourse, the knowledge upon the first discourse with you. May all of you share this knowledge with us equally together. May all of you find out, may the way, may all of you avoid two extremes. May all of you follow the middle way. May all of you penetrate the true nature within yourself. May all of you may all of you establish peace, happiness, harmony, liberation within yourself in this very feather-long body. May all of you preserve and maintain such a kind of significant, non-extreme teaching of the Lord Buddha. May all of you preserve such a kind of humanism, which is Dhamma. Thank you very much. The day was a labi, July labi ni pibare. Buddha Badana, the Maima. Lonia Tuja and all Mother County, Nidu Nimia, Deniba, Nyabudan and Badalu, Tumia de Kara Nimia, Fara Mudani, Buena Mudani, Deau Horeni, Preni Basandon Nilu, Ne Legu Shiba. Dignea, Dadia Miao Pide, Dea Udemese, Homia de Ne. The Rida Gorma the Nese Godima Dodo win. Malo the Lay Soloshi, this sad Diane, Wimodi Diago, Shal. Ridaji Bashal. At the age of 29, he went on the forest. He departed the palace, searching for truth and liberation for 6 long years, approaching the so many ancient Indian extreme ascetics. Therefore, when the Buddha started the first sermon, he said, Dweme Bekaway and Babazi de na Devidava, a son of it, Lo on Shanga, Alado de Garamari. Was a labi the man needs Sodama, Miasavia Baholes of Donlo Neve, a son of it, Shambo. A land life, this sago, Thibo, Benamula. Era de Chowniji, a you, Chi, a ye so, look here. Do the out there with Thibo solution, the La Lucia, Maloli. Do the out there, Lumia for solution, Dibingara Chi, Nega, Yadamola. Dibingara Yachi, my Yada, Wimo Digo, Pusabone Lotara. Allowed her. She signed her, Blau Jadwal, living Jacobada the danger. There goes a Baja, a low shoe neither. Neighbor cannot postpone Lotar. Neighbor cannot postpone Lotar. Yoginari, Miaishi, Lochinari, Miaishi, neighbor will postpone Lotar. I go up here, Launalu, million, Mabio. Ba lao le mthi bu ba lao doဟုတ်တာပေါ့နှစ်တရာအတွင်းမှာသိကြမှာဟုတ်ရာကျော်မှာဒီတစ်ပါးပဲရှိတယ်နော်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်6နှစ်မြတ် extreme တစ်ခုပေါ့ခန္ဓာကိုယ်ညှင်းဆဲနှိမ့်ဆက်ခြင်းဖြင့်ဒုက္ခရဲ့တန်တိရဲ့ဝိမု ക്തി ရဲ့ရမယ်လို့ယုံကြည်တာရလားအဲ့ဒါတော့မှအဲ့ဒီတော့မှဆရာတွေစွန့်အကျင့်တွေကိုစွန့်ပြီးတော့အကျင့်သစ်ကိုကိုယ့်အကိုတည်ထင်ခဲ့တယ် He discovered the new path by himself, by his own wisdom, no? He went on his own way, individual way. Barele, Koran shouted, Langa, Mizima Bribera, Megan Sheba, Yejizonga Barele, Tama deity, right understanding. Eranga kingdom of Buddhism. Minimum degree of Buddha's teaching as well as a maximum degree of Buddha's teaching also, right? Understand? Ijire. အမြင်ကရှင်းတော့မှဘာရှင်းအတွေးရှင်းအတွေးတွေအမြင်တွေရှင်းတော့မှဘာဖြစ်အလုံးအပြောဟုတ်လားဒီတော့အသက်မွေးအကုန်လုံးမှန်သွားမယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့သမာဓိတိကအရေးကြီးဆုံးပဲအနိုင်ဆုံးလည်းပြောလို့ရတယ်အမြင့်ဆုံးလည်းပြောလို့ရတယ်ဘဂတရား၈ပါးအချင်းချုပ်လိုက်တော့ဘာရတယ်သီလနဲ့သမာဓိပညာသီလဆိုတာကာယကံဝစီကံကိုအပြည့်မဖြစ်အောင်ထိတ်သမာဓိဆိုတာစိတ်မှာအတွေးမမှားအောင်ထိတ်ပညာကတော့အရှိအမှန်ကိုသိအောင်နှိုက်ကြည့်အဲ့တော့မှမာသက်ကရေတရားသုံးစုံလာပြည့်မှာဘာဖြစ်သွားကိရိတာအလုံးပဲပြီးတော့ဗုဒ္ဓဖြစ်ဗုဒ္ဓဖြစ်ပြီးတဲ့နောက်ဗောဓိပင်တစ်ပတ်လည်မှာဘယ်လောက်ကြာကြာနေလဲ49ရက်ဒါပေမဲ့မေ့နေတာတခုရှိတယ်49ရက်ဆိုတော့9ပတ်ပေါ့နော်10ပတ်နေတာ49ရက်9ပတ်ပြည့်ပြီးတော့ဆွမ်းစားရေချိုးပြီးတော့စိတ်ကြောင်းကြောင့်မင်းတစ်ခေါက်ပြန်တယ်နောက်တစ်ပတ်နေတယ်ဝါဇောလဇန်12ရက်နေ့ကြာတော့ပါသံပတိလာတရားတောင်းလို့ဘောဓိပင်အောက်ကနေမိဂရာဝန်ကြွသွားတာလပိနေ့ရောက်တယ်12 13 14 15 4ရက်ခရီးလျှောက်လို့မိဂရာဝန်ရောက်တာမိဂရာဝန်ရောက်တော့မှတပည့်ကောင်း9ယောက်ကိုဟောတာဟေးငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးနဲ့လွတ်မြောက်ရေးဘာရေးအရေးဘယ်နှရေးပဲရှိဘုန်းကြီး3ရေးမပြောဘူး2ရေးပဲပြောတယ်ဟိုမှာတော့စာအုပ်တွေထဲမှာစာပေတွေထဲမှာနေရာတကာတွေ့တယ်ဒုတာဝန်အရေး3ပါဒီမှာတော့2ရေးပဲပါတန်တိရဲ့ဝိမု ക്തി ရဲ့ဒုတာဝန်အရေး2ပါ3ပါလှုပ်ချင်ရပါတယ်3ပါလှုပ်ချင်ချမ်းသာရေးလေးထည့်လိုက်ပေါ့ဒုတာဝန်ရေး3ပါဖြစ်တယ်4ပါ5ပါလှုပ်ချင်လဲရသေးတယ်ရလားညီညွတ်ရေးထည့်လိုက်ငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးညီညွတ်ရေးထည့်လိုက်အောင်ဒုတာဝန်ရေး5ပါဖြစ်ချင်အတူလက်တွဲနေထိုင်ရေးမပါဘူးလားဒုတာဝန်အရေး5ပါတောင်ဖြစ်သေးတယ်ဟိုလူတွေက3ပါတဲ့ဟုတ်တယ်ဗော In order to establish the peace of the world, in order to unity of the world, in order to liberate it of the mankind, in order to happiness for the world, in order to establish happiness of the world, and lastly, in order to coexist of all living beings. ဟုတ်တယ်မလားဒုတာဝန်အရေး5ပါးတောင်ဖြစ်သွားတယ်ဒီလောက်ပဲကောင်းတယ်သိမများစေတယ်သိများရင်လုံးနေမှာမဟုတ်3ပါးတော့ကူမနေလုံးအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်9ရောက်သောပြည့်စွဲတို့အတွက်အဲ့ဒီဒုတာဝန်အရေး5ပါးအထုတ်နိုင်စေဖို့ဆိုပြီးကြွသွားပြီးတော့ဓမ္မစက်ကဘောဓနာသုတ်ခေါ်တယ်ဒီကနေ့ဒီဗုဒ္ဓကဓမ္မစက်ကိုစလှဲ့တဲ့နေ့ဟုတ်လား Today on the full day of July our Lord Buddha started to turn the wheel of his Dhamma started to establish the kingdom of the Dhamma he started to establish the kingdom of the wisdom အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်နေရူနိမြအခါမှာဒီကနေ့အားလုံးစုဝေးပြီးတော့စကားပြောခွင့်ရလို့အားလုံးကိုကျေးဇူးလည်းတင်တယ်လာနားထောင်ကြလို့ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်နားမထောင်ရင်ဘုန်းကြီးပြောစရာရှိမှာမဟုတ်လာနားထောင်လို့ကျေးဇူးတင်တယ် all listener နော် thank you very much for you are listening without listener I don't have a chance to teach to preach ဟုတ်လား listener also very important speaker is more and more important listener and speaker now come to cooperate and coexist it is very good for the future of our life Era the message akaro ni sura daba belo. Na boyido guna ima sabiore no guna I sura da dolabi no. Saka shiyin no. Alo pimbando ame. International standard of speech, not more than 30 minutes. Burmese standard said 3 hours. Burmese standard is 3 hours long. All of the sleeping. Therefore, it can be said sleeping lecture. Sometimes I saw many sleepers in the slaughter. Don't sleep here. All of my EC members are prepared for you. Excellent lunch. Do not sleep. After eating, you can sleep in your home. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we are very glad, very happy to share, not teaching, sharing my knowledge with you in this very significant day of Buddhist world. On this very full moon day, the Lord Buddha, after his 2 months after his enlightenment, he started to teach his Dhamma. This is very significant day. From that day until the 80 years of his life, for 45 years long, he traveled throughout India. Within 45 years of what he taught only one. He taught only Dhamma. What is it? Dhamma. Dhamma is neither optimism nor pessimism. Dhamma is midway, mid-path. Very briefly, in the Dhamma, 3 main things are included: Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Sila means bodily discipline not to do any evil. Verbal discipline not to speak any evil. Everyone can follow and practice. Many my dear diplomats, not Buddhists, they worship their respective religion, Christian or Islam or Hindu, or these are labor, not to do any evil, not to speak any evil. This is universalism, universal teaching. Not to think any evil, mental discipline. Everyone can follow and practice. Lastly, or higher stage, trying to penetrate in this very fathom-long body, search for realities and truth in this very fathom-long body. Khana gore dalamya ji de khana dai ma ba sha ashi taya ne aman taya twi aung sha. Therefore, father of India, Mahatma Gandhi, when he was in the prison for 6 years in the Punjab, after release from this prison, over 1,000 people he taught. There is nothing new to teach in this world, but only truth. Without understanding the truth, we cannot solve any problems of the life. To solve the problems of our life, our nation, our country, our world, we shall avoid the 2 extremes. We must definitely, rightly trying to discover the truth without understanding, neglecting the truth, anyone never can solve the problems of their life. Therefore, understanding the truth, this are liver with the jendi, or Piatana, alone address Babale, a pie babe. Solution of the problems of the life is only avoiding the two extremes, follow the middle path, understanding the truth. All of my dear brothers and sisters, please try to solve the problems of our individual life as well as a family life and country, nation. Problems of the nation, problems of the country, we must avoid the two extremes. We must follow the strict through the middle way. We must try to discover the truth. This is the way of life. This is the Dhamma at the age of 80. In the Uttar Pradesh, northwest corner, southwest corner of Kushinagar, former name of a city, Buddha passed away. Buddha struggled for his liberation for 6 years. Buddha delivered his knowledge for 45 years. He passed away now, but he left only Dhamma. He brought nothing. He left only Dhamma, which was he discovered. So everyone should take this Dhamma into your life. Should try to leave many things for the nation. Dhamma ko kuneta to yudhaba, taipina lumyo de myamya yi thageba, ko to yudhwa ziyagaro, Dhamma be shimaba. Raja alam digni Dhamma karanima, Dhamma sekkan, Dhamma jam, Oido Biaguiano, alam Jesus de Mare, alam no, Biachek and Durasemia, Dhamma Lanjang, Shomyanji, Line and Java Zelo, Sudan Vida, Oide Hobjawego, Ligo Chobabi, may all of you be peace, may all of you be happy, may all of you be liberated from sorrow and suffering. Thank you very much. Our music to Mount Chomonela, the lady, the guy pay. English lo read the cool lo there. That's a machine. Sali the cool papa. Ta. No hope who pass a disco. Your Excellency, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to announce one thing. On the behalf of our Telugu Missionary Association, may I have your attention, please? We strongly condemn all forms of violence and terrorist acts. The Telugu International Buddhist Missionary Association in Myanmar is extremely shocked at the news of recent heinous acts mindlessly committed by certain terrorists at the Mahabodhi Temple, Bihar, India. Enlightenment place of the Lord Buddha, one of the holiest sites of the Buddhism, where the Buddha attained supreme enlightenment on 7 July 2013. The said atrocious act is totally contrary to the core essence of the Buddha's teaching, which is tolerance, non-violence. Other major religions of the world also embrace it as universal principle for the world peace. The Dirigo International Missionary Association strongly condemns such terrorists and which possess a threat to global peace and stability, as well as to preservation of world religious cultural heritage. We would like to take this opportunity to urge all world religious leaders of different faith to work together in finding common solution to maintain world peace and world stability while preserving world religious and cultural heritage. Our strong request also goes to the Indian government to expose guilty terrorists and take the punitive action against them, also take necessary measures so as to avoid such unwanted occurrence in future. Last but not least, we would like to strongly urge all Buddhists around the world to steadfastly follow the Buddha's teaching, tolerance, non-violence, and dealing with such bitter situation. Dr. Nyanesra, the Chancellor of Dirigo International Buddhist Academy. Thank you very much. I would like to announce again in Burmese. Buddha Badawin, Dura Seno Atomia Taya, Yadhu Pite. Buddha Payashin, Tabijura Nyano, Yashiro, Buya, Indian and Biabin and Mahabodi City, Anita White. Longedo, Natal Sadongani, Julena Konianiga, a jump at the mat, the sugar, a jump at the Yoma, the Piendo Satan. Champion will look at the Loya ball. There go a BB saying Buddha than a view of Fuega, a long man, Thailand, don't look about it. Area champion, the piano, Loya, the thick canjan, and champion chendi who thought Buddha Piashi eat a song a net tara, net the Maga Chabadaji, Lea, Korean, Islam, Hindu, Judo, Soma, Miane, Le Pyamyaji, Sanjali, Shirelo, there go Fuega. Yunjibare, Buddha Yashi and Soma Miago, Gaba, Badaji, Lea Duga, Gaba, Yicha Saya, Mandaya, Apile, Leka, Yoji, Lo Dirigu Pega, Yoji Taba, Yago Jampa, Levi, Gaba, Yina, Dini, Yegudamaga, Gaba, Yeni, Yemu, Muenimia, Titi, Social Yegole, change out Andre Bulia, Shidi, a duet. Dirigo, Bibi saying, Buddha, Dadana, View of Fuega, Pientan, to a gangway, Sociality, the Setema, Ababadai, Gozomia, Alunga, Ababadai, Yimu, Muenimia, or Tending South Shao Yen, Kabayi, Yen Chayin, Dinian Yego, but Tending South Shao, naming Nilan Takugu. Why won't let Dway Shop with Dwaja and Taitomare? Indian and Azuagale, who get the my method, Pimu, Lunjuga, Dumiago. Tiri Yao Yao for Tok, Piemientana, you Dwaya. You could get the Malula Adi Pia Mutama, Pipwaji Messiah Leo, Lo Ade, Seaman Jemiago, Chamavi, somewhere Dwabaya, India Zuago, Ali and Tavi, Downsu, Taidomare. About the Langa, Buddha Badami, Alundo Leve, you could get the Najibo, Chini Muni, Yesaya Jema, Buddha Bhyashin ye soma piti thikan chin, Quenlo chin, a jama pe chin dogo, Mami, Mabiak, Swazwa, Miemie, Laina, Chin Dong, Dwajaya, a lay and a Daiton, Laya Badadi. Okay, thank you everyone. According to the Myanmar Buddhist tradition, custom, they're going to offer their robe. I will sit here. No? Do not go back earlier. Lunch is a prepare. Very Burmese monastic traditional lunch. Excuse me. Idame Paunya Bori Nyanada Pisaya Hodu Shemya Yarvido I Kamudi Bori Nyan I Ataban Piepa Sidadi I Kamu Kudo Pogo Hawa Myazwa Nandara Mat Yani Cha Swimyo Miba Dosaja Do Swiham Yoha Miham Paha Boham Waha Shadama Bondo A Jadi Bazi Amya Wei Amya Yu Amya Ya Yu Wanda Jadi Chanda Jadi Pipazi Do Kudo Amya Yura Muja Bagola ဝရိညနတပစ္စယောဟောတိ